SmallFoot. So this movie follows Meagle, a Yeti who loves his hometown and loves to follow the rules, and is just someone who goes with the flow, doesn't really question anything. That's something that's not allowed in their society. Who one day encounters a human, and he goes back to his village saying that there's a Smallfoot, a person with a tiny foot. And he ends up being banished because it goes against their laws, saying that there is no small feet, they don't exist. So they banish him, and in a quest to prove himself right, Meagle goes down to the human world, because they live in a mountain, to prove that humans are real. And at the same time, we have Percy, a person who's kind of like Steve Irwin, who records animals and is kind of like one of those reality show people who's like, hey, check out this animal, whose career is kind of starting going in a slump. So he's trying to figure out a way how to improve his ratings. So he decides that he wants to fake a Yeti attack, which luckily he runs into a real Yeti, and it leads to their adventure of getting to know each other and seeing the Yeti world and the human world through different lights. So that's the basic plot of this movie, which I have to say I actually really enjoyed. I didn't know much about this movie going in. I think I saw the trailer once and I didn't really remember it. I thought it was just going to be kind of like a happy-go-lucky buddy type movie where the two of them are trying to get to the Yeti world so he can prove Yetis are real, and Meagle can prove that small feet are real. But that doesn't really happen. When Meagle finds the human Percy, the story really picks up, and they go straight to the Yeti world, which gets really interesting. So, like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. It's a very happy song type movie where the characters start singing songs every once in a while. It's not too bad. It's very interesting. But the thing that I really enjoyed about this movie was the second half. It gets really interesting, and it covers some kind of deep issues. Like, this movie's pretty deep. I thought it was going to be a happy-go-lucky movie, but there's so much more to this movie, and it really made me enjoy it. Because like I was saying earlier, they live on top of this mountain, and everyone who lives in this Yeti mountain village is content. They all follow the rules. There's this guy called the Stonekeeper who has all the rules, and he says what goes. And everyone lives by those rules, and they never question them. The first song they sing in this movie is Meagle singing pretty much how happy he is to live in this town and not have anything new happen and have everything happen the same over and over again. So it's very interesting to see him go from a character who's like, don't question anything, to starting to question things. Because when he brings back or says there's a small foot, they're like, well, you're questioning the rules. The Stonekeeper says there is no small feet. So either all the rules are wrong or you're wrong. And it's a tough choice for him. Someone who lives by the rules, he's just like, I know what I saw, I understand the rules and I follow them, but I know what I saw. So it gets very interesting, because it gets into some deep stuff, like I said, like lying, like the people in charge, in power, lying to the people to try to keep them safe, or just lying in general. There's some really deep and interesting things here that I really would love to discuss. I don't want to spoil the movie, which you can guess some of the things that are going to happen, but I think a lot of things happen that are not stereotypical in most movies, which I really enjoy. Like I said, it covers a lot of deep things, or discusses them in a way, not over the top, like bashing your head into them, but it does a good job. There's this one song, I don't think the song is great by any means, but what they're talking about is very good and very true. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting, deep things in this movie that were really surprising, that really made me love this movie. In the beginning, it's a little slow. There's a bunch of like long kind of gags, and it takes a while for things to pick up, but the characters are likable, the songs are pretty decent, and overall the animation is good, so it's not a bad movie. I really enjoyed it. In the beginning, I was kind of like, but like I said, by the midpoint and towards the end of the movie, I really enjoyed it. I thought it got really good and really interesting, and I really ended up liking these characters, and there's some moments where I was just like, man, it got to me. It was really interesting. So I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Very good, very interesting. Like I said, it's a surprising movie. I didn't think it was going to be that good, especially like 20 minutes into it, I was just like, hey, I think it'll be a decent movie. It's not so bad so far, but by the end of it, I was just like, man, I really love that ending, and I really love the second half of this movie. I thought it was very good. So I do recommend it. Go check it out. It's very fun, very interesting. Like I said, they cover a lot of weird, deep things that you never really think that a kid's movie or an animated movie like this would cover. Like I said, I thought it was just going to be goofy and dumb and maybe fart jokes, but it's none of that. It's like these characters are treated very well. They're very interesting. They, question some deep issues, which is very interesting, very good. So like I said, go check it out. I highly recommend it. It is a good movie. I think it comes out next week or 2 weeks. I watched the early screening. Yay me. But yeah, so if you watch this movie or if you haven't watched this movie, tell me your thoughts on it. Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be bad? Or when you watch this video, if you've already seen the movie, let me know what you think of it. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.